Welcome to the Barbados Today Morning News Update for Friday, October the 6th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story at this hour, the island's most powerful public sector labour union is holding Prime Minister Francis Stewart to his word on the controversial National Social Responsibility Levy, NSRL, in view of the performance of the tax. The National Union of Public Workers, which has been agitating for a 23% rise or a subsidy for its members to help cope with the levy, said now that the Minister of Finance, Chris Sinclair, has reported that the NSRL raked in $50 million in the 3 months since it was increased to 10% from the 2%, Stewart had a duty to keep his promise and pay up. Prime Minister Stewart had made a promise that depending on its performance, government would be willing to look seriously at the prospect of granting either the coping allowance or getting into serious discussions on a salary increase. So, NUPW President Akani McDowell told Barbados Today, now that the September 30th deadline had come and gone, and with the Minister of Finance reporting that the levy had performed well, it was time for Stewart to keep his own promise. Meanwhile, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Small Business Development, Donville Innes, is making it clear that no one in the Francis Stewart administration is pocketing any of the monies raised through the contentious National Social Responsibility Levy. Now, Innes has sought to reassure Barbadians that the funds were being put to good use.
So it's not as being squandered around. I'm not saying these things in the sense that we've reached a comfort zone. People have a right to know where the money is being spent. So let's have that conversation, not just about collecting $50 million in NSRL, but where it is being spent.
In other news now, a van driver found guilty of indecently assaulting a 19-year-old male lost his freedom yesterday. Madam Justice Jacqueline Cornelius issued the order after a jury returned a majority verdict against George Lamar McLawrence of 7th Avenue, Skeets Road, the Ivy, in the No. 5 Supreme Court yesterday afternoon after over 2 hours of deliberations. She then ordered a pre-sentencing report into the life of the PSV driver and adjourned the case until November the 26th, when he is expected to be sentenced.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for 1 year, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody ain't want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Donors to the relief efforts in Barbuda and Dominica, devastated by 2 recent hurricanes, are being assured that their contributions are being used for the intended purpose. Speaking at this week's presentation of $50,000 by a business placed to the cause in the 2 Caribbean countries, Director of the National Office of Disaster Services in Antigua and Barbuda, Fillmore Mulling, offered the assurance that the monies from private donors are being put to their rightful use.
Oftentimes when you have countries impacted, like the way Dominica and Barbuda is impacted, the contributions come in a little bit at a time. However, every little bit counts. I want to give the assurance that every single cent that is contributed towards the Barbuda recovery will go towards rebuilding Barbuda better than what it is today. Certainly better than what it was before the impact.
And on the international scene, chilling new clues suggest that the man behind the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history had planned to inflict even more carnage. Stephen Paddock didn't just have 23 weapons in his Mandalay Bay Hotel suite, which he turned into a sniper's nest to kill 58 Las Vegas concert goers. He also had more than 50 pounds of explosives and 1,600 rounds of ammunition in his car in the hotel parking lot.
Law enforcement sources say Stephen Paddock amassed 33 guns just in the past year. Many of those 33 may have been stockpiled inside his Mandalay Bay Hotel suite, where he orchestrated a shooting massacre. The spray of bullets lasted 9 to 11 minutes, killing 58 country music concert goers. Inside the suite, investigators counted 23 weapons.
It is still being determined which firearms were used in the shooting.
12 of the weapons inside Paddock's room were equipped with bump fire stocks, a device demonstrated in this YouTube video. It allows the weapon to fire in rapid succession, simulating fully automatic fire. A bump fire stock is legal and easy to obtain.
Very easy. It can be purchased directly from the company or in different online sales from a number of vendors.
Investigators have uncovered 47 firearms so far, 23 from inside Paddock's hotel room and another 24 from his homes in Mesquite and Verdi, Nevada.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper email updates or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screen play at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.